Hey guys, it's your girl Whitney. I'm going to be sharing the best career advice ever given as told by the users of Reddit. So excited for this video. This one's a little different. I usually do my little how-tos, but this is gonna be like my first lifestyle but still value-packed video. If you're unfamiliar with Reddit, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown of what it is. By definition, Reddit is an American social news aggregation, web content rating, and discussion site. But in plain English, or the Whitney definition, it's this really cool site that has tons of subcategories called subreddits. There are seriously so many different subreddits. Some of my favorites include our relationship. Now I tell all my friends this, like if I'm not out and about, I'm at home with my favorite drink, my favorite food, and I'm browsing our relationships because it gets super real. Other subreddits I follow are Explain Like I'm 5. That's literally where you ask a question and somebody explains it to you like you're 5 and you get the answer in as basic terms as possible so that you understand it. And one of my favorite subreddits, which is the one that I got the answers from today, is r/Ask Reddit. r/Ask Reddit is literally where you ask Reddit a question. There are rules to all these subreddits when posting, so if you're gonna go venture out into Reddit, make sure you read the rules so that your post doesn't get hashtag deleted. Because it's happened to me so many times. I hate reading the rules and I just post and hope for the best, but you should just go read the rules because it'll make it a lot simpler. So basically, I logged into my Reddit account and asked the question, what's the greatest piece of career advice you ever received and why was it great? And the users of Reddit did not disappoint. You guys, I post on Reddit sometimes for fun and I'll get a couple of comments here, a couple of upvotes there, but this post got in total 101 comments on it, which is like the most comments I've ever received on a Reddit post that I put. So thank you so much to the users of Reddit who helped out with this video, and shout out to all of them because they all gave me permission to use their answers, which I thought was really cool. The internet has some really nice people. If you're excited to hear about what the users of Reddit had to say, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started.
Hey, what's up? My name is Whitney. I have many passions. I call them my Passioniplets, and career management's one of them.
Okay, so I'm going to the post now on my phone. First answer came from Pokey the Bear. This user said, my mentor told me to finally approach my boss more directly about owning one of his franchises after 5 years of meetings and doing what I needed to prove I was capable. He told me no, but he did it like a complete blankety blank. 4 months later, I quit. Now I own a competing business. His point was that I needed to just stop following directions and either get the boss's blessing or move on. But after thousands of hours of making way less money, we're finally established and I have a far brighter future ahead of me. I think Pokey the Bear's mentor gave him really good advice. Sometimes you do need to be upfront about what you want from the company you work for. And if you're giving 110% and the company isn't helping you out with your career the way that you want it to go, then you gotta leave and you gotta do what's best for you, 100%. Conscious_Q says, sales has nothing to do with what you're selling. Some guy I overheard at the airport. So he heard this quote from some guy at the airport. I thought this advice was vague, but it could be deep depending on what you're selling. I know I worked retail for a long time and you'd be surprised how much money people would spend, and maybe you were just giving really good customer service and they felt like spending money on you, I don't know. Cloud City_Mayor says, do the small things that no one likes to do and do them well. Those are the things that get noticed. 100% can't agree more with this quote. Can't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Yes, I couldn't agree more with this quote. I think it's so important, especially when you're first starting out in your career, to do everything and anything that you can for the job that you're working for. It's gonna make you a necessity to the company. You're gonna be appreciated for it. People are definitely gonna notice if you're putting yourself out there and saying, what can I help with? What can I do? And learning all the different things that might be needed to keep a business running. And that's gonna make you indispensable and you're never gonna get fired from your job. Unless you do something really bad, then you might. But what I'm saying is you definitely want to help out as much as you can because it's gonna make you stand out as an employee. This guy's name's a little vulgar. Drop Dead Kid. Ooh, don't drop dead. Drop Dead Kid says, if you can't work for someone else, you gotta suck it up and work for yourself. I agree 95%. I agree 95%. I think if you truly have a dream that you want to do and you don't like the job that you're having and you believe in yourself, 100% go do it. But I also believe in having a backup plan. For me, I knew I had hobbies. I've actually always been into like video production. I remember being little in middle school and trying to make music videos to like Kesha and with my friends, and they'd all be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, no, this is gonna be so cool, let's do it. Even though I had these hobbies, I took the route of, let me go to college, let me get my degree, so I know I can secure a job, and then once I'm working full time, I'll do the things that I like to do as hobbies. So I relate to this now because like I'm sitting right here filming this YouTube video, this is my hobby. This is what I love to do when I'm not working and I'm not hanging out with friends. I love to create content. I love to make video ideas. I love to record. So I can totally relate to this with 95%. Speaking of passions, if you have a passion or a side hustle that you love, comment what that is below. I want to read them. Peligrosa Pistola says, your life is not their entertainment. I agree. Obviously okay to have coworker friends and hang out with them at work functions and outside of work, but obviously you just got to be mindful and be careful, because at the end of the day you still work with that person, and you just got to know who you're dealing with, really. It all depends on the person. Nancy_Siegel said, there are 2 things that will ensure one's success. 1, never tell everything you know. And that was it. Loved when I saw that. Loved that, because it was just like, yeah, so funny. Gus_Sinsky says, don't talk about problems unless you're ready to talk about solutions. Otherwise, they're just complaints. You don't have to have all the answers, but bad ideas can often spark good ones. And I'd rather talk to the person with bad ideas than the person that just says, this sucks. I don't think it was ever said explicitly to me, more so a theme that I noticed talking with coworkers about potential hires that we liked. Lots of complaints about current jobs, but the ones that we liked spent more time talking about their ideas than their frustrations. 100%. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know where I learned this along the way. Maybe I just knew it. Maybe I looked it up or saw it somewhere, but basically one thing I really learned was to never complain about the last job or the last boss you had. That's like a huge no-no. Like, you don't do that, because like, it just makes you look like a complainer right off the bat. It's also a huge thing in the workplace too. This is something I strive to do in my job. If I notice something's wrong or something's not gonna work out, I'm like, hey, this is a problem. Here are 3 possible solutions. Bring something to the table, some option, some alternative to a problem. It'll make you stand out. Sharon Ganito says, you don't have to have it figured out from the beginning. I'm 31 and finally going to college to get an associate's degree and a better career. I agree with this 100%. I think it's so okay to work at your own pace. You know, if you don't want to jump into college right away, don't jump into college. Take time to figure it out. If you want to jump into college right away and get it done, do that. You know, you just have to figure out what works best for you, because everybody's different. And the other thing is, like, it's not a contest. Like, you don't have to be like get out in 4 years. That's something I know I wanted to do. That was my goal, but it is not like a law, obviously. And I just think you really need to work at your own pace, do what you want to do, find out what works best for you, and do that. Since we're on the topic of career advice, I wanted to tell you about my career management checklist. This checklist has tips that really helped me get to where I am today, from the internships that I had to being a student, things you should be doing as a student to get those internships, and what you need to be doing to get a full-time job in the career you want. If you want to get your hands on that career management checklist, there's a link to it in the description of this video. So guys, that was the best career advice as told by the users of Reddit. Thank you so much to the Reddit people that answered my question. Which piece of career advice did you like the most? Comment it below and let me know why. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and make sure you click on that red subscribe button so that I can keep making content. Also hit the little bell button so that you know when I release videos. If you have any videos that you want to see, comment your idea below, or make sure you message me or DM me on social media. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.